Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your January 2020 reading. So, I'm going to go with the masculine Gemini's first, then the feminine Gemini second. Doesn't matter what gender you are, it's not gender specific, just what energy you're mostly picking up at the time. So, let's see where you are. January 2020. Oh man, I mixed up the cards. Hold on. All right. Are these all right? Okay. So, masculine Geminis, what have we for January 2020? Yeah. Alright, so Gemini, are you leaving something behind that wasn't fruitful? Or someone leaving you behind? I feel like this is going to be you're leaving something behind, honestly. I feel like you've made a really justified decision. I feel like this is going to be you as the emperor also. You're doing this for the future of yourself. I feel like there's a future self that you're envisioning and you're making justified decisions based on what your future self would do. It's very mature, a lot of mature energy. So we're coming out of a very pessimistic road, like telling ourselves lies. It's not helping us grow. And I feel like Gemini is just, they're making the decisions that will help them grow, because it's just, I don't want to be in this negative mindset anymore. I want to manifest a future. I want better opportunities for myself. I want to leave behind the things that are just repeating themselves. So Gemini, you're listening to your intuition and you are working on yourself. I like it. So, 3 cards for your past month, Gemini. Ooh, 4 cards. Easy. I feel like, okay, I'm also getting that you're tired of being left behind. So you're making justified decisions so that that won't happen again. So that's good. Okay, all right, so we have the Queen of Wands here, Gemini. All right, this is going to be someone who is very confident and they want to be the center of attention. It's like they want to be the queen bee. You know what I'm saying? So they look positive on the outside, but it's just like there's some confusing energy. Like someone doesn't have integrity. Someone is not. I mean, this could be you, Gemini. Doesn't matter because we have the Lover's card below this card. So it's just there was another choice that has. Someone had another choice. Could be you, Gemini. Could have another choice between somebody, but I feel like you were hopeful about one of the choices because one of those choices, 6 of Pentacles reverse, not giving any reciprocation, And every time it comes up, I feel like you want to have a good time like the old times, but it's not coming up for that. It's coming up for you to see that it's not going to be that way. Like you keep going through it for you to see. That's the whole point. And I feel like a lot of people, it's not even just you, Gemini. I feel like a lot of people do that. A lot of people revive things in hopes that it would be like the past, but it only revives to show you how much you get your hopes up and how much those hopes get turned down, you know, with the star card in reverse. And it's just, and then you keep going into this defensive wounded warrior, and you want to keep persevering, you want to keep working on yourself and seeing the things like the nooks and the crannies and like the things that need to be fixed, right? And that has a lot to do with your self-esteem. It has a lot to do with the strength and knowing when to shield yourself from certain opportunities that keep coming up as lessons, keep coming up as tests. So, yeah. So, in order to make balanced, emotionally balanced and peaceful decisions, you're gonna have to turn down two of cups right there. Reconciliation between you and somebody else. Um, in order for the sun to shine, in order for you to be able to see the bright side of things. And it's, oh, Gemini, making me sad. Okay. All right. 3 cards for your near future from now into the, say, mid-January. Woo! All right. So, upon the Capricorn solar eclipse, now we're going to see with the Cancer lunar eclipse on the 10th about what things are gonna make it's gonna make your emotions pretty damn crazy like everybody else, because the Cancer house is going to be about um, psychological foundations, subconscious patterns, like things that give us nurturing that no longer should be giving us nurturing anymore because it's not going to work out for us. We got to grow, you know? And you're going to realize how maybe the people around you are not in it emotionally as much as you thought they were. It's very, I just think it's like, it's not the Page of Cups because the Page of Cups is emotionally immature. It's just this person moves a lot. Like they move towards you, towards other people, blah blah blah, but they're not emotionally in it. You know, like they're not, like they're very confused. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. And I feel like that's, okay, I get it. They're not understanding themselves. Okay, so with the Saturn card, this is the Capricorn card. I mean, it's not a Capricorn card, but with the Saturn there, that's a lot of Saturn energy, which is Capricorn, right? And I feel like the Capricorn energy is going to show you, and Capricorn is opposite of Cancer, so it's going to be the Capricorn solar eclipse and the Cancer lunar eclipse. Like, these are going to show you things. It's going to show you how you've been doing a lot more work than you should be doing, carrying a lot more burdens than you should be doing. And you're going to understand that someone's reputation or how they make themselves out to be that made their reputation is actually who they are, even if you didn't want to believe it. That's why you did all these things, because you hoped, but that sucks. And so I feel like you are going to be going deep within yourself, Gemini. Ooh, 1111 when I saw that. You're going to be going deep within yourself, Gemini. With the Hermit card, you're going to understand why. I think this person is probably going to come back, and with this Five of Pentacles, they're going to try and come back. And I feel like you're going to come out and realize with the patterns that they have that they have not changed, right? So, the Prince of Pentacles being a friendship card doesn't have to be a friendship. You could be friends with this person, but whatever. I feel like you're not going to be doing that anymore. You're not going to move slowly towards it. It's just, you feel like it's done. And there's no reason for you to question it anymore. The memories that you have, I feel like they've just been tainted, and it's no longer a really balanced connection. And it no longer makes you emotionally happy. So, 3 cards for advice. Three cards for advice. I don't need this story to continue. Okay. So, Jesus. Gemini. There is going to be a lot of heartbreak, yes. And it's just like, you're going to have to let go of the fact that, you know, with the Four of Pentacles, that being another Capricorn card, it's being very self-protective, right? But now you're not being self-protective. You're going to have to let it go. Like, not actually like bring this person back in your life, but let it go. Let go of the fact that maybe these people around you are trying to bring you down, not trying to really see you grow, or I feel like the person who hurt you, you feel like they did it on purpose, right? Whoever this heartbreak energy, you feel like it was on purpose, and it's just like, Gemini, you're gonna have to let it go, all right? And this could be you with the King of Cups energy, right? And then I feel like you really want I feel like there is somebody new that you want, and it's just like there's a lot of anger around that because maybe you feel like the person that keeps coming back in and ruining things or ruining things between you and somebody else that you want, right? For some of you, it's going to be somebody who wants to come back and you can feel that they're really sad about it, but you're going to have to let it go. Like you can't be self-protective and whatever. Like this is going to keep on happening. So yeah. Yeah, okay. Seven of Wands in reverse and the Six of Swords. Don't fight. Don't fight it. Just move on. Don't fight it. Don't defend yourself. Just move on. Because I feel like there's a lot of narcissistic energy here, and it's just like it's one of those things where it's just like you can't fight a narcissist. You have to just leave it. You know, it's not worth it. It really isn't. Okay, so feminine Geminis. Now January. Now to mid-January. I keep getting hair stuck in my cards and it's so annoying. Feminine Geminis. Ugh. Feminine Geminis. Now to mid-January. Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh man. Here we are. Devil energy. Alright. It's not good. It's Capricorn energy. So, crowning energy, subconscious energy. All right. So, you are finally realizing what is toxic. Well, I feel like subconsciously you're still thinking about it, but the devil energy, it's like right there in front of you. You know, like there's nothing to think about, to be honest. And with the Queen of Swords, you're very, it's just like you're hearing things, and it's just like the Queen of Swords in the reverse. It's just like they don't know what's true, right? And it's just like you gotta cut yourself loose from this energy, right? Okay, 3 cards for your past months. Right. All right. Okay. So before all this happened, I can see that you didn't want to be in your head about this, to be honest. I feel like you saw something, you heard something, or someone was watching you, and they were trying to. I feel like they were trying to put you in this Five of Cups energy, like losing friendship, losing a third party, blah, blah, blah. And they were trying. I feel like they were trying to orchestrate something, to be honest. They were trying to orchestrate you being exposed at a certain time. And I feel like you're not fighting it. You're not fighting it. You don't want to fight it. There's nothing to be like you're not, there's no reason for you to be in like a inner conflict about it, because you know, right? But with the Princess of Swords there, it could also be you too. So anyway, so if you have Earth in your Sun, Moon, Rising, Queen of Pentacles, I feel like you knew, that someone wasn't being sincere. The past person was trying to orchestrate it, right? I feel like you saw somebody trying to move on secretly, and you're seeing that they weren't in it, right? For some of you, they're gonna try and move on, right? And they're gonna run straight into this. And someone is gonna, it's probably gonna be you, Gemini. You're gonna expose them before they can move on, right? Because you can see it, right? Okay, so we have the Moon card in reverse. This is a lot of emotional energy, right? Two of Pentacles reverse and the Eight of Cups. So, you are, this is the reason why you are in reverse, is because of this. Because of a loss. And I feel like you don't know what's true. Did they leave you? Did they not leave you? What's going on? Did they make the decision? And I feel like all your emotions are telling you, otherwise. Or you could be coming in and slicing someone's heads off because they are leaving, right? And that's making you emotional. That's a lot. It's very toxic. I could see why you're upset. So, there's a lot of people in this reading. Right. So, 3 cards for your near future from now until mid-January. Okay. Crowning energy. Yeah, Gemini, you don't want to deal with this. You don't want to deal with it. Now that everything is coming up to the light, that someone is like trying to beat around the bush. Now that it's like coming to the light, I feel like you're just, you don't want to deal with it. I feel like with the Strength card, you are trying to hide from it for a very good reason. It's one of those things where it's just like, just get out of there. Just get out of there. And with the 5 of Swords, and then you're coming up and realizing you don't want to be in here. You don't want to be there. It's going to be the new year. You don't want to be in that pessimistic mood. You just want to get the hell out of there, right? I feel like you saw things that was stopping your growth before all of this can happen, right? So it's just now you are finding your own self-worth and you're feeling really good about yourself. You're finding like the new spark, and it's just like, oh, the new year energy, right? We want to be glad. We want to like zigzag the fuck out of this toxic situation, right? And it's just like, even though you're not getting that reciprocation that you would like, or you're just not giving the other person any reciprocation, time, and energy because you want to get out of your head. You don't want to be here. You don't want to be constantly worrying. Like, if someone's a snake, you don't want to be backstabbed. You're not going to get there. Rather don't want to stress yourself out, right? So, with that and a new energy, you're going to have to persevere. Persevere, Gemini. Perseverance is the way to go because you are working on yourself. Yes, the growth is there, Gemini. It's great. Because I feel like if you're around all these people, I swear to God, like all these people who are trying to like, that they're gonna try and hurt you, or they're gonna be very vindictive, keeping you from growing, and it's not gonna be a victory. It's not gonna move you forward. You're not gonna win that way. So 3 cards advice. I don't think you need advice, but yeah. Yes. All right. So King of Wands taking on a very masculine fire sign. That is perseverance. That is like, how is the masculine fire sign? It's like headstrong, move forward, don't give a fuck about anybody, right? It's like dumping out any reconciliations, anybody that is going to be detrimental to your growth, anybody who has hurt you, anybody that will hurt you. There's just a lot of anything that's really toxic, to be honest. It's just, you're dumping it out. You want to leave the past behind you, right? So, go Gemini. That's awesome. Okay. So, Gemini, that is your reading for January 2020. We'll see you for mid-January. Good luck.